Alright guys, welcome back. Here we are with another tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how we are going to be prepping your chicken breast for the freezer. So what you want to do is you want to usually get one of these big packs. This one has 5 breasts. What we're going to do, they're pretty thick. So what we're going to do is we're going to take them out of the package. We have these freezer bags prepared as well. I use these quarter size freezer bags. Since there's 5 of them, I have 5 bags already pre out right here. What we're going to do is we're going to open up the plastic. We're going to take these out of the container. Please make sure you've washed your hands before. I have done that so myself. We're going to be cutting each of these in half and trimming up all the fat so that way we don't have so much excess fat whenever we do cook these chicken breasts. So we take this one. As you can see, it's a thick boy. So to cook it a lot easier, we'll fillet it. But first, I want to try and trim off all this excess fat. The fat being all these white parts. Sometimes it'll pull out, sometimes you just need to give it a little motion with the knife. You don't have to trim all the fat off, just all the excess parts. Like at that point, it's good enough. What I like to do, I like to weigh it before I freeze it. So I'll tear out this little bag towards 0. And I like to weigh my chicken breast in ounces. It's just the way I've been doing it. So if this weighs it's a big one. 18.29. Dang, that's like 9 ounces each. So I'm gonna try and fillet it towards 9 ounces in each. So we'll take the chicken breast. We'll try and pat it flat, push it flat as possible. You're gonna take your knife, and then you're just gonna chop it down the middle in between. Sorry, I can't really give you a good angle. Plus, I suck at filleting, so there I was holding it flat as I could be. I took the chicken breast, cut it in half. So now it's 2 thinner slices. So ideally, each of these would be around 9 ounces. 9.18. Wow, that's perfect. Hey. I usually suck at filleting too. That was a great fillet. This one's 9.52. Not perfectly flat, half and half, but it's as good as it gets. So now I have 2 portions of chicken breast ready for a meal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this chicken breast and put it in the freezer. I was running low, so I already have some of them frozen here. So I'll put these ones on the right side if I know that those ones are newer and need to be used last. And I'm just going to repeat the process with all of the chicken breasts. So you take them, you cut off the excess fat. Like here, you can kind of see this like little globs of fat. I just want to trim it off. This one doesn't have too much. I like to try and get as much as I can off of the chicken breast before I cook them. If I do it now, it's a lot easier than when I have to do it every day. If I hadn't done it now, I would have to do it when I cook the chicken breast, so it just saves me time later on. Trying to get it as thin as possible so I'm not cutting too much of the actual chicken breast itself. There we go, some more of that fat. Be careful when using your knives, guys. Just gonna puncture it there, slide through. sure. Just like that, I've gotten most of the fat off of this chicken breast. Now you might be wondering, what do you do with all the excess fat? You can cook it whenever you do cook any of the chicken breasts and throw it away. What I've been doing is I've been a little lazy. I do have, or I thought I did. I have one bag right here. It is. I've just been freezing them so far. This is all the excess fat I have. So all I'll do is I'll just put them in this bag and then I'll throw it away eventually. But if you don't want to do that, you could just, whenever you do make one of your batches of chicken breast, you can cook it like after. You're not cooking it to eat, you're just cooking it so that way it's not like raw chicken fat in your trash can. I'd recommend doing that the day before your trash day though, that way. Same thing with prepping this chicken, preferably you would prep your chicken the day before your trash day, that way this, I don't know, this container, the yellow container that has all this chicken juice is not just stinking up in your, wherever you keep your trash for too many days. But yeah, so you want to trim all the excess fat. If they're thick boys, you want to fillet them in half. You want to try and make sure that they're weigh about half of, typically the serving sizes I use for my videos, I use maybe 6 to 7 ounces. Yeah, those previous ones I filleted were 9 ounces, but hey, you know, I gotta eat what I gotta eat. As long as you're tracking it, it shouldn't be that bad. More chicken breast isn't always a bad thing. But yeah, depending on the size of your chicken breast, you want to get them around 6 to 7 ounces each. You could honestly trim like those ones that I had earlier. You could like make, you don't have to be completely in half. You can keep like, let's say I made one where it was 10 ounces and the other one was 8 ounces. I would take the 10 ounce and I would cut it into smaller pieces until it weighed finally 9. And then I would add those little pieces to the other fillet. And I would just mentally keep track of that. That way I know, hey, the big piece is still 9. And what people like to do, they like to take markers or the day that they freeze them. I go through chicken breast pretty often, so I don't really need to do that myself. Like these go by really fast. But yeah, that's a quick little tutorial on what you should do for prepping your chicken breast for the freezer. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you so much.